this is just this is really an experiment to see what's the difference between posting on a page and posting as your profile. You see, because I think people, if they post on the profile, they get a lot more views and it expands a lot more, and a lot more people can see, and a lot more people can see more quickly. And it will expand out to, well, since I've got my Dave Wolf account back, yay! I'm not banned anymore. So I've got to be careful what I say about Islam from now on, just for a little while. Just for a little while. So I can make sure that I can do some live broadcasts on Saturday. Should be getting my backside down to London on Saturday, and I hope as many people out there can come and get to London with us as well. That's what we want. We need people on the street, boots on the ground, megaphones, mega voices, giving it everything we can, because this is our Independence Day. It's a great day. It's going to be a great day. It's going to be a great celebration. We're going to be having a great time. They tried to stumble, tried to throw hurdles in the way, tried to block it, tried to stop us, tried to organise counter protests to our Independence Day. It's utter madness, but what do you expect from our establishment? We've got them on the ropes. We've got them on the run. We've got them with their tails between their legs in the last dying death throes. Because we are the people. We are the many. They are the few. We are the strong. They are the weak. We are the driving heart, the beating heart of this nation. And they are a parasite. As soon as we can get rid of the parasites from our nation, the better. One and all. So, this is an experiment, like I said, to see the difference between posting, going live from my page, The Hive Mind, on Facebook, and posting as as on my profile, going live. Now, I've found that if you want to download the video off Facebook through one of the websites, it's impossible to do it. A personal video. You can't download a personal video from Facebook. You can only download videos that have been saved or put onto a page. So that's why I started to do it to the page last time. That's how I started to do it. That's how it was working. And so I could get them from Facebook, download them onto my computer, so I've got a hard copy of them, because you never know with Facebook, it can do that, and you just destroy your account, destroy your name, make sure that you can never log into Facebook ever again. I've even heard of someone, their IP address being banned from Facebook. So yeah, they cannot even create a new fake or dodgy account or a side account. And if that's to happen, then all my videos would have gone. If they'd taken my YouTube channel down, boom, that's all the videos gone. And can't be having that. Can't be having that. I do encourage other people who've not seen the earlier videos, if you get some free time, you don't have to watch them, because it is literally just me sat here with my roses in the background and my hat and shades on, chatting, talking. Got other guests on the show talking about, everything from the Third Reich turning into the Fourth Reich, from divinity and the roots of the Illuminati, the roots of religion, the roots of the problems that we're seeing now, the roots of the problems that we're seeing come to fruition now. Because who would have thought it? Who would have thought 5, 6, 7 years ago we'd have been having censorship issues? We would have been having freedom of speech issues. I wouldn't have dreamt it. I wouldn't have thought it. I'd have been like, what? What on earth? Nah. We're a free country. We're a free country. We are. We're well, kind of, but we're a free country. How many people remember as they were walking around as a kid and used to be able to say, I can do that. It's a free country. Hey, it's a free country. And you used to be able to blag your mates about it. But now we're seeing that it's a tyrannical government. It's a tyrannical police state. Oh, fuck. That's what it's actually coming out as, you know. And with this new, I know I've done a different, another episode on it before. I called it Article 19 when it's actually Article 13 and Article 11. But we make mistakes. So Article 13 and Article 11, they're being voted on tomorrow. Now, who out there believes that the MEPs, hey, maybe some of the MEPs from this country will do the right thing and vote against it. But there's only a certain percentage of MEPs from our country that are going to vote against it. What do you think the other countries, the other payrolled countries, the other payrolled MEPs are going to vote for? They're going to have seen the rise of populism, and they're going to see it as a threat to them, their job, their nice swanky livelihoods, their pension. They're going to see this censorship as a necessity to stop and to quell the rise of populism. So the state-sponsored, state government media can propagate their narrative and try to stomp on vloggers and stomp on meme artists and stomp on the real people that are spreading the truth tellers, the red pillars. Because as soon as you work out, as soon as you figure out what the EU actually is, you have no choice other than to fight it. Once you realize that it's a tyrannical dictatorship, a bureaucracy of protectionism to protect the interests of the Germans and to protect the interests of the big business and protect the interests of the big bank, you can only realize that it's something that needs to be destroyed completely. None of this, let's reform it a little bit, or let's tweak this and change that. No. Has to be completely and utterly demolished. It has poisoned roots, and poisoned roots always bear poisoned fruits. So no matter if you chop the tree down and hope the new tree will grow in its place, it's still got those poisoned roots, and it will still bear poisoned fruits. It might take another 30, 40 years like it's done this time, but the history will repeat itself. So we need to get a frigging JCB and frigging dig the roots out completely. Shovel, everybody out there with the shovels digging out the roots of this freaking dictatorship. It needs to be gone, and gone as quickly as we possibly can. Now, it's bringing through internet censorship, where you can't use hyperlinks. So I don't know how Facebook's going to work, because Facebook is literally based on hyperlinks. It's based on sharing news stories and sharing things. So what even the freaking cute kitten videos are going to be a hyperlink. So it just doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me at all. They want to put a freaking tax, taxing internet bits, taxing hyperlinks, taxing things. And where's that tax going to go? To line the pockets of the EU bureaucrats. It's not going to go back to the normal people. It's not going to help out small industries and small businesses. It's not going to freaking sort the potholes out, for crying out loud. It's not going to do any of that. It's just going to line the pockets of the EU bureaucrats and make it so they can live in nicer, fancier, more expensive houses, and make it so they're even more protected. And then that's just the hyperlinks. That's just Article 11 of it. Then you've got Article 13 of it, which is the copyright part of it. So that's going to use artificial intelligence to scan everything you upload. So everything that goes onto the internet is going to be scanned by a robot to see whether it infringes some form of copyright law. So this New York hat, that New York sign, that's a copyright. Would they be straight onto it? We can't broadcast this feed. I'm gonna have to get a bit of gaffer tape and stick it over my hat, for crying out loud. I know that Lope don't like it. Loopy Lope, she doesn't like the New York Knicks. Is it New York Knicks? Yeah, she doesn't like the New York, but I quite like it. It's a good cap. That's it. And you know, so if somebody with anything that can, because you know that the computer is going to be set to the ultra sensitive mode. So anything that goes towards it is going to get filtered, and it's going to rather say no than yes every single time. It's just going to go, computer says no. Computer says no. You can't upload that. No. Oh, you've made a meme using this. Oh no, you can't use that. Oh no, you've used Gandalf from from the Lord of the Rings in your meme. No, you can't do that. It's a copyrighted image, is that? No, I can't do that. It's Orwellian. It's crazy. It's madness. And I don't see. Well, I know that they've got the technology out there. They've got a lot of the technology out there to do this, but that's going to take some serious computing power to scan and search everything that's uploaded to the internet all the time. That's going to take some serious computing power. And yeah, they're voting on it tomorrow. So I don't know when it's going to be put into application. You know, is it going to, have they been predicting this and they have the technology and everything set up just right, just ready there and waiting to flick the switch on when all of their puppets vote for it? I think they have done. Personally, I think they have done. I think they've got all the computer programming, all the technicians and all the computer there ready and waiting for the puppets to all vote yes. Because I remember hearing it might have been a bit of a, what they call an urban legend sort of myth, that when they vote in the EU Parliament, they have a little buttons. It goes yes, no, or abstain. The abstain button works, the yes button works, but the no button doesn't work. So you can never vote no in the EU Parliament. But I was like, it is a bit of an urban legend, that one. But it's one of those. All video from inside the EU Parliament building, the one that looks like the fucking Tower of Babylon, for some odd reason, that that all videos from inside that building are going to be monitored, and they'll have, like, you know, they've got face recognition that I'm trying to avoid now, but they've got face recognition. They have interior building recognition as well. So all video from inside that building will be censored, will have censorship on it. They won't be able to look at it. You won't be able to see it. They'll only be able to pick out the ones that they want to show you. So even if they had a naked streaker in there for a laugh, and if they didn't want to show it you, you'd never see it. Never, ever see it. That's how totalitarian dictatorships work. They only feed you the lies they want you to hear. They only tell you what they want you to hear. They only show you what they want you to see. And the programming it's on the nth degree now. It's really the TV. You can't listen to or trust it anymore. I'm having to watch old TV shows, old comedy shows, because that's when comedy was comedy. Now it's all got this freaking cultural Marxist lefty freaking taint to it. It's absolutely ridiculous. You can't even watch a freaking comedy show without seeing fucking lefty views being thrust down your throat, or multiculturalism being thrust down your throat, or open borders being thrust down your throat. It's like the pure programming. And what can we do, eh? You know, get your Cody on, get watching proper things from old days, from good old days. You know,
We can start having our own, we make our own TV shows. I make my own little TV show. It's all good fun. It's quite good fun, this, sitting here and talking to myself. I sometimes have a guest. I do sometimes have guests. And yeah, I think Alexander was going to come on a show a bit at another time. And, he's mad as a box of frogs, but he's very intelligent and he's got a wealth of information. And he's great about it. He's funny. He's comical. It's one of those great sort of things. Right. Yeah. So that's a good one. But how come there's not? We've wrote letters, we've wrote emails, we've told the MEPs that we don't want this freaking censorship. How many other people from Spain do you think have done this? How many other people from Germany do you think have done this? How many Swedes do you think have done it? I don't think that many have done it. So, our small percentage in the EU Parliament voting on it isn't going to make a difference. And they designed it that way for a reason. So, my best guess is that the censorship laws are going to be voted yes. Yep. They're going to be voted in, and the internet's going to start to get more and more strangled and more fucking censorship. And it's going to be harder and harder for us to spread the word, to spread the truth. So I've archived everything I've got that I've made on my little channel. But I'm going to have to start archiving other stories, other bits and bats, and other things. I've started to create an Islam archive because I just go through my Facebook and now it's just news story after news story of what Muslims and immigrants have done and how they're freaking ruining the freaking countries. It's like, right, I'm going to have to archive every time. Archive. And it's doing my head in. But what can we do? They rushed it through 20 days. Give us 20 days to do something about it. Yeah. They gave us 20 days to do something about it because they see us as a fucking massive threat. They are scared of us. They are scared of populists. They are scared of the populist uprising. They are scared of the people actually learning and understanding what they truly are. But even, like Emma, you've even said that even sites like Motivate Social, that's going to be monitored because you still have to upload something onto the internet. It's not just the big media giants that they're going to be strangling. It's there to truly strangle the little companies because the little companies can't afford the taxes. The little companies can't afford the censorship freaking lawsuits brought against them. It is going to destroy small companies, which the EU's all about. That's one of the EU's freaking trump cards, is destroying local small industry and replacing it with big super conglomerates. And you can tell, that they're going to be giving leeway to their media companies. The BBC is going to be able to share hyperlinks for not have to pay tax. The BBC is going to get away with the copyright infringement because it's going to have its special privilege. Yeah, it's going to have all those special privileges that it gets, being the BBC and being bought and paid for slightly by the taxpayer, but also by the EU and the technocrats as well. Yeah, they've got, well said, Caden, they're going to start to drive people into the dark web, into the underground web, into the dark net. They're going to drive people there. It's going to start in the dark web. It's going to really start getting more and more popular. Everybody's going to start to be talking about the dark web and how to use it and how to stay safe on there and how to use social media and things like that and get your news stories and the truth from the dark web and who to trust upon the dark web. It's what's going to happen. Because, as soon as you start to quell free speech,
And soon, look what happened in Prohibition. They banned alcohol in the United States. What happened? All went underground. What happened? What's happened with marijuana, weed in this country? All gone underground. Everything's underground. That's what happens. There will always be a demand for the truth. We are not zombie freaking robots yet. There will always be a demand for the truth. We want to know the truth. We want to know the real news. We will rise, and we will not accept the government narrative. Well, Christ, no matter who, does anyone know anyone who believed the Skripal's Russian poisoning? Anyone? I don't think I know anyone that actually believed it, but still we let them get away with it. Still, we've not properly fucking questioned them about it. We've not held them by the cojones and said, oi, you lied to us. You lied to the public. You used your media outlets to lie, to spin a story, and to sell us a false narrative. You must be punished. You have lost our trust. We have no trust for the government anymore. And that's why we all... Oh, that's upside down. Have the letter. I filled out my letter. Have you filled out yours? I know, but most of the people that'll be watching me will have filled out the letter and will be taking our consent away from Parliament. Because it's corrupt. It is tyrannous. It is treasonous. It is a beast that's got too big for its boots. It needs it doesn't need knocking down a peg or two. It needs knocking 6 feet under. Down all the way through the corner, down off to freaking China, where a totalitarian government freaking belongs. Yeah. Look, look. I've even got mine in a posh little envelope for him. Way posh little envelope. Ready to go to the post office tomorrow. Send some other things as well. Post it tomorrow. We've got to get it there. Got to post it tomorrow. That's what we've got to do. Get it, post it. And hopefully they'll all arrive at the same time, on the same day, in 5 or 6 postal lorries. And if we can get there, do you reckon we'll be able to paint St. George's crosses on them? Just for shits and giggles? or a sticker, just a sticker. Slap a sticker, St. George's Cross sticker on them. That'd work. Or, because the vans are red, if you get 4 pieces of white paper, 4 pieces of white A4 paper, and sellotape them to it, it will make like a St. George's Cross, won't it? What did John say? That's it. Heroin, cocaine is a real chemical warfare. Well, we're going to do I'll do a full episode on drugs, because I know a lot about drugs, and I see the freaking devastating effects of it around here, especially. And I know there's a lot of people out there that are quite well known. Well, not quite a lot about drugs in the industry, but more can be taught. More can be taught. More can be told. And maybe I can get some guests on and can talk about drugs. Drugs are bad. Okay. Yeah. So that's censorship, and that's the EU. It's coming. It is. And that's the letter. We need to get the letter sent. We need to get the letter signed. We need to get the letter sent. Well, you don't need to sign it. Just write, Michael. Just write your name on it. Write, man. Write your name on it, and that's done. That's it. Write your name a few times. Bish bash bosh. Simple, simple, simple. Man or woman. Simple, simple, simples. In an envelope. The address is already on it. Well, the address is on the top corner, so
Yeah, don't put it in the envelope without writing the address on the envelope first. It's not a good idea. So write the address on the envelope and then put it inside. And we'll send it all tomorrow. Registered, recorded delivery. Get your little receipt. Keep it. And let's do it. Let's get it done. And, you know, what can... There can be no consequence for us, the people, from sending this letter. We are withdrawing our consent to be governed by this government. So it needs to be disbanded, dissolved, and got rid of. We're quite happy to put a new one in its place that is going to be patriotic and it's going to do what's best for the people, rather than the tyrannous, treasonous piece of shit that we've got. The Hive drugs, I think they could stop. They could stop rather quickly, but it's supply and demand. Supply and demand. There's addicts out there, and and there's addicts, you know, there will be a demand unless you're frigging train spotting them and tie them to a bed. You know, they're still going to have that demand. They're still going to have that relapse. They're still going to... Yeah. So there'll always be a black market for it. Unless we submit to a freaking super tyrannical, totalitarian government that monitors everything we do. Which, no, I do not want. What we need is a better culture. What we need is better education. What we need is, I won't say to help these people, but to stop them from going there in the first place. You know, that's what we need. How are you planning on funding the new government? How am I planning on funding the new government? Through hard work and effort. Not through a fiat fucking currency. Not through a debt-based, shatbag, central banked crap economy. I want to make a metal-backed currency. Be it gold, be it silver, be it steel, be it copper. Be a proper metal-backed currency, which is there as an exchange tool for your time and your effort. If you put your time and effort in, you get rewarded with something you can trade for goods and services. It's basic, simple economics. And if we wipe the slate clean, we wipe out the Bank of England, because it's not the Bank of England, it's the Bank of fucking Rothschild. Wipe out the Bank of England, wipe out all national debt, bish, bash, bosh, clean slate. We can make our new money. We can print our new money. It can be backed and it can be worth something. Instead of, I promise to pay the bearer the sum of £5 of thin air. Actual backed currency. You know, I'm not so sure about gold and silver. Well, silver is quite a good metal because it's antibiotic. It is useful. It's a good conductor of heat and electricity. Yes. Gold, it's rarer, but it's still a shiny, soft metal. It doesn't really have much use. Platinum's quite useful, quite a very strong metal, quite useful. Titanium's a good metal, a good strong metal, useful in the new world. Because shiny gold, ooh, shiny, ooh, we're going to evolve past fucking shiny. And diamonds, yeah, ooh, shiny. We're going to evolve past this. I see it. I see we're going to avoid, we're going to get past this freaking materialistic, pathetic obsession with shiny, jingly things. You know, yeah, there's going to be the sort of competition and the want for the best of things, but the best of things isn't a shiny gold chain, isn't a big, large diamond on a ring. It is quite, you know, a fast economic car. That is quite a good thing to want and have. A powerful car that can pull things from here to there and can carry a lot of stuff and people rather quickly. You know, that's quite a good thing to want. So I want. We've gotten to this stage now where we're in the lap of luxury. We are in the lap of luxury, and we don't really need for anything anymore. Once you've got your house and your food and everything else, we kind of want to slap trinkets on everything. So we want to just, you know, there's a lot of money just gets thrown away nowadays. Oh, it's broken. Oh, I won't fix it. I'll just buy a new one because it's easier. We're taking the easier way out. Or, you know, I just want, well, I've got this watch, but that watch is a little bit cooler. So I'll get rid of this watch and I'll get that new one. And it's all been thrown down our throats. It's all been pushed to this consumerism. This buy. Oh, you can't afford it now? Don't worry. Borrow. Pay it back tomorrow. You've got it now. Ooh, doesn't that feel nice? You got a little rush of dopamine, that little shopping sensation. And oh, did you see that there were shows on? I don't even know if they still do them, but there were like shows on these people that have just got into fuckloads of credit card debt because they've. I don't know. It's got to be something psychologically wrong with them, but they've got that dopamine hit from buying and buying things on credit cards, and they have to go out to buy something. I have to buy something, so I need a new credit card. I've already got 6 credit cards that are maxed out to the freaking maximum, but I've got to go buy some more. You know, this consumerism, and they just fucking eat it. Yeah. It's all disposable goods, disposable lifestyle. It's turning now to disposable life with, you know, things like Planned Parenthood and things like, and you can see that people are giving less and less of a shite about other people's lives. Yeah, you know, or yeah, you speak about the gaming industry, you know, they've changed. The gaming industry is completely and utterly changed now. It used to be you go out, you buy a game, you get a disc, and you put it in the computer, and there you go. That's your game. Now you've got you download it off the internet, or you do go out and you buy the disc, and you've got to buy these little coins for it. You got to buy some new little bits, and you've got to buy this, and you got to buy that, and you got to. It's worse because it's not freemium gaming. You don't get the game for free in the first place. You have to buy the game, and then you have to buy lots of little parts to the game as well. They're screwing us at every frigging opportunity. But if we don't wake up to it and we don't see it and you don't smell the coffee, you're going to carry on doing it. And they're only going to get more and more rich and more powerful. And they're going to develop even better ways of screwing money out of you. But you see that now money has become a nothing thing, but we're still having to put our time, our effort, our sweat, our blood, our tears into making this imaginary money thing. Or earning this imaginary money thing. And it's turned into madness. You know, you got somebody out there digging graves who's on frigging minimum wage, and you got someone out there who sits in a fucking office all day long doing absolutely nothing, playing on the Facebook and playing on the computer and doing freck all. One's on £1 million a year, and the other's on freaking 16 grand a year. And that's not an advocacy for socialism. That's not me saying, well, we should tax the office worker frick loads so the graveyard digger can earn enough money to survive in the world. No, that's not what I'm saying. That is not the way to do it. It's pay the freaking office worker a darn sight less and pay the freaking grave digger a darn sight more. Balancing things a lot better. Oh, friggin' hell, Sam. For the people on YouTube, you've not just seen that comment. The minimum wage is £7.83. A parking space is £10 an hour. Work that way. That's got to be freaking London or something. That's got to be Londonistan. That's got to be utter madness. But Sam, as we do know, don't fucking pay them. Let them try to fine you. There's no freaking contract. You don't owe them a penny. Fuck them. Stuff the system. The system's freaking corrupt. The system's based on fraud. And fraud nullifies all. If you can show fraud in any way, shape or form, then it's got to be thrown out of court, hasn't it? And that's the maxim. I don't know the exact wording of the maxim or the exact reasoning behind it. I should study some law some more. But because it's gonna start happening. Even doing stuff like this is going to be breaking the law. So we all need to get out there. We all need to start thinking. We all need to start learning the law. And I saw a little video earlier of a man in Manchester with a bow on his back. With a bow. He had a mask on. Not so happy about the mask. But he had a bow. You can't take a bow off an English man. He might have been, I don't know, he might have been English. If he was English, then you can't take his bow. If he was an English Protestant, then he has every right to bear arms if he stands under common law. But we need to start standing under common law. That's something we need to start educating people on. And that's one of the main reasons I want to build this office. Not build this office, but get this office. You know, just get some shatty. I've looked around Manchester and there are some crappy, cheap-looking, run-down shops. All we need is one of those. Get one of those. Maybe, I don't know how much it'd be up front. Maybe a couple of months' rent up front and a deposit. Looking at probably about £2,000, which is big ask. It's a big ask, but it's got to be. It's the only way forward is to get an office space for this. Get an office space where we can print out everything. I did all this on last show, but where we can really centralize the hub and really start working. Because it's all well and good. We're little keyboard warriors here, there, and everywhere, sharing news, sharing stories, talking, making shows, doing things, writing stories, things like that. But we're one, where we need to be many. We're separated out in little bits and bats all over the country, so we never really get together that much. And we need to overcome that. That is one of our biggest sticking points. That's what's kept us on this level for so long. I see if we're able to rise above this level, we can reach the stratosphere. We can really get some full-on political clout. But I'm one for a revolution. I see it as the only way to go. I don't see us winning by the ballot box. You saw in Lewisham, Anne-Marie Waters got out there, and the DVP and everybody else got out there and did as best they possibly could. And still, what happens? It still stays to a Labour freaking. I think it still stays to a freaking Labour piece. There's so much voter fraud out there. There's voter fraud. Vote counting fraud out there as well. Yeah, there's loads of voter fraud out there. So I don't trust that system. I do not trust the ballot box system as it stands with the establishment we have. If we get to change the establishment and we wipe the slate clean and we're able to do it again, then I might start trusting it. Then I might start believing in it. But we need to start raising the game. Raise the game. The more that we raise the game, the better we get. The more clout we get, the more intelligence we get, the more knowledge and the more knowledgeable people we get to come together, the more ways we work things out, and the more ways we step things forwards and get better and learn from other people's experience and learn from their mistakes and start to head in the right direction. Because it's not good enough to have a website. It's not good enough to be online. You're still sat there in your own room, in your own house, by yourself or with your family around you. We're not getting out into the streets. We're not getting into a small, big group to go to the pub to discuss things in the pub as a group. We're not being able to set up the debates. We're not being able to set up little guerrilla movements and things as well. With an office, it brings us all together. And with an office, it gives us the professional environment. And if you have a professional environment, you can bring in sheep from the street. You can bring people in. You can bring in your friends. You can bring in your family. You can bring in the sheep from the street. Show them the right presentation. Show them the information. Show them the right way to go about things. Show them the benefits and the financial benefits of coming on board with us and doing the things that we do. Then they'll join. Then they'll come on board. Then they'll listen and understand. We'll wake them up face to face in a professional environment. And, well, James, it's all well and good going out there and talking to people in the pub. It's great. We do need to do that. But then you've got to, say to that person, well, go onto this website, have a look at this link, go onto YouTube and have a look at these people. And, 5 times out of 10, that person's going to get home and totally forgot about everything. How do we expect to, get people to sign up to the common law court? Get people to, wake up. How get people to watch these things and show them these things, unless we're physically showing them ourselves. And to do it in a professional environment with knowledgeable people that, hey, if you're not an expert on common law, if you're not an expert on the banking system, you've got someone at your back. And if they ask you a question, you go, oh, boom, 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 and we work as a team. Or if you need to get some facts up whilst you're mid conversation with someone, boom, you've got a computer there, nice and easy to search for the facts instead of getting your phone out and trying to keep their engagement whilst you're looking at your phone. Like this. So yeah, have a look at this on a tiny little screen. Yeah, I know you're going to be a key component in this, James, as well. You are. You're going to be a key component in this because your knowledge is good. Your knowledge is good. But we need to get together, write things down, work things out, formulate a plan. Because once we get a plan, we can start to put the plan into action. But hey, even if it just starts with a pub at the start, we can start with a pub. We all meet up at the pub once every week or so. I tried to do this with the Dragons, but there weren't enough of us. But there's more in the centrists. There's more and more coming on board every day. And the more we meet up, the more we talk, the better we get. It's that simple. Anyways, got off tangent there. I've got back onto my office idea because I really think it's a bloody good idea and I really want it to succeed. I know it's going to succeed because I'm going to make it succeed. No ifs, no buts, no maybes. I'm going to make it. I'm going to do it. It's got to be done. And everybody will see it and everybody will know. It will become a cookie cutter and it will spread around the country. There will be other offices like this springing up left, right and centre. It's got to be done. Yeah. Right. Anything else? Yeah, we've done the letters. Everybody get your letters sent out tomorrow. Yeah, get your letters sent out tomorrow. Get onto your common law code. Get on to talking to people. And let's get down there on Saturday. And let's show this government what for. Because it's us. It's we the people. Where we go one, we go all. And we the people stick together. We are the patriots. We are the ones that want what's best for this country and its people. They aren't. They don't want what's best for this country and its people. They just want to stay in power. And we can't have that. Yeah. UK column have meetings. Mark, whereabouts do they have the meetings? Because it'd be down south, won't it? I'll give it a moment to react to that. Yeah, because it's probably on about an 8 or 10 second delay. Right. Let's drink some more water. I'm not drinking gin, I'm drinking water. Yeah, stay free. Rise from the dead. And become a necromancer. Start raising other people from the dead as well. I know the people that watch will friggin' understand. Right. So I think that's it for the show. That's it. Yeah. We had a good show. Had a good rant. Nice little chats, y'all. Take it easy, everybody. Have a good night. And another show tomorrow. Yeah, it is Distilled Water. Every time.